Hello, this is my leadership model presentation. I'm Julie Beamer. Purpose and goal of this presentation is to present a leadership model I've created to resolve issues in the healthcare organization. I'll discuss a specific issue in healthcare and then explain the leadership competencies that will help resolve the issue. Next, I'll discuss the stakeholders and the strategies to obtain their buy-in. And then the discussion turns to how to evaluate the efficiency and effectiveness of the leadership competencies. And finally, the impacts of the leadership model. In 2020, we saw an exacerbation of the nursing shortage due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This didn't affect only nursing. Many other clinical fields saw shortages worsen as well. Possible solutions with a focus on recruiting and retention include building and nurturing relationships with colleges and universities, the hiring of nursing and allied health students to fill roles that are non-independent to perform bedside tasks. Not only would this aid caregivers already in the organization, but the students would gain valuable experience and develop confidence in a clinical setting. Additionally, because enrollment in health programs is limited by the shortages, hospital caregiver educators should be encouraged to teach at colleges either on campus or on site at hospitals once agreements can be reached. This could allow academic institutions to increase their number of accepted students and thus graduate more students. All of this may increase students' loyalty to the organization. New graduates should be considered for positions, and rewards and recognition should be given to the caregiver educators for training them. Retention of employees is paramount to operations. In-house education should be provided for continuing education, but also leadership training to provide opportunities for existing employees. The following leadership model is based on the concepts of purposeful, transformational, and inclusive theories. Leadership skills competencies. Under strategy, we start with connecting purpose to the mission, vision, and values of the organization. It is important that I understand my purpose and the purpose of those around me. This is the primary component of motivation. The purposeful leader will create energy and momentum toward change. It is important for a leader to know who they serve and understand what they need so they can best be supported. A leader must be driven by values and ethics. Simply put, a leader must do what is right and show integrity. The leader must create an environment where others can flourish and succeed. And of course, operations. There's still the business side of healthcare, and the leader should have an understanding of the financial aspects of the organization. Also, the leader must focus on resources to ensure implementation of the strategy across multiple areas. The leaders should be competent and build on their strengths, as well as develop processes for building on strengths throughout the organization. And commitment. This is demonstrated by engagement and a focus on aligning the employee's motivation with the purpose of the organization. Engagement includes communicating a vision. By doing so, the leader will share with followers a change-oriented attitude that is positive. The leader has a role in establishment of the culture. This culture should include flexibility and risk-taking, as this environment should be safe for employees to do so. Interaction and communication. The amount of respect between a follower and a leader comes about by the interactions that they have. When these interactions are positive, both people would want more of them. Leaders demonstrate inclusive behaviors by being accessible and listening. Innovation comes about partly by the experiences and ideas from those who provide care, the frontline workers. Inclusive leaders will listen to their ideas and enact change using them. Employee input helps employees feel valued, and they should be involved with decisions about how they perform their duties. Motivation. Employees require a clear sense of where they are going, otherwise they will lose motivation. They remain motivated when they feel they're being treated fairly. Results. The quality of provided care is the mission of the organization and therefore a goal of leadership. Performance of teams directly affects the quality of care, and performance is the direct result of employee engagement. Quality leadership will enhance both patient and employee satisfaction, and managing and leading through change includes accountability. That is, being transparent and honest, and includes frequent communication. Strategy for stakeholder buy-in. First, stakeholders must be identified and a clear vision created and accessible by all. Because changes must be supported by senior leadership, they must be convinced first. Everyone will need to understand why the change is needed and will need to know what the goal of the change is. Because everyone needs to be part of this process, in order to work towards the same goal, they must be willing participants. Sometimes this will entail asking what they need to enact this change. Constant communication is imperative. Change can cause anxiety, and open dialogue with a leader will help to allay fears. Progress should be measured against the vision along with current performance, and this should be shared with all stakeholders as well. Methods of evaluation. Employee surveys are used to measure effectiveness of a leader. Job satisfaction is used as a measure, and questions about support from their leader, recognition, training and development, and whether or not one would recommend the organization as a good place to work are all part of an employee satisfaction survey. Patient satisfaction surveys will help an organization evaluate the quality of services provided and opportunities for growth. Operations as a tool to evaluate looks at revenues, and leaders can decide where to focus on cost-saving measures. And turnover and absenteeism are good indicators of employee dissatisfaction. Additionally, evaluating job satisfaction when implementing change because the environment can affect burnout rates is imperative. Impacts of the leadership model. Process improvement can occur when an issue is identified and people work together to solve it. Being an inclusive leader means involving the frontline workers in helping develop a solution. Increasing employee engagement will naturally make employees want to improve their performance. Also, tying the mission to their daily tasks will encourage higher performance. Communication capabilities and interpersonal relationships work together. The most important component of leadership communication is listening. When employees feel heard, they feel valued and appreciated. This in turn builds trust, which builds stronger leader-follower relationships. Additionally, emotional intelligence helps leaders understand people and themselves and their own emotions, allowing them to be adaptable and build strong relationships. More impacts of the leadership model. I've already touched on some of these. We know that engaged employees perform at higher levels and provide high-quality health care. Engaged employees also have lower turnover intentions. Financially, turnover is expensive. It's always better to retain employees than to hire new employees. Also, a leader's understanding of finance can help to increase revenue and decrease costs of services. Change management by way of transparency and communication, accessibility, and availability will help ease the challenges and tensions of organizational change. In conclusion, the leadership model I've presented will help manage teams through change by first developing strong leader-follower relationships with communication and transparency, and connecting people to the mission, vision, and values of the organization. As a leader, we set the tone for the environment and develop the culture. That environment should be one of positive energy with a focus on purpose, performance, and quality. And we must lead with integrity and ethics. We must also remember who we serve, our patients, our peers, and our employees. Thank you.